did you find a way to run from the city of the sun? You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice, raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice, raise your power, yeah.
Scene, and we're in Clip Studio Paint, and good afternoon, everyone. Hope you've had a good weekend. We've been a little bit, just getting reseated. I was doing some tidying up and organizing the desk before things started. So, thanks for bearing with me while I was gone last week. Long story short, I was out of town. Arthur, hey, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in so quick. Hope you're doing well. I was just saying, long story short, the reason I was off last week was 4th of July here in the States, and it's kind of a extended family tradition to gather together this little like vacation shack that my dad's side of the family has on the shore of the Breton Bay in Maryland, and have just a fun gathering. And now the whole extended family is vaccinated and healthy, so it felt like a good excuse to have our first big family gathering in ages, and it was a lot of fun. I ended up spending a lot of time because my parents were at their place there. They have a little farmhouse. We were housing, like hosting some other families, some other relatives, and sorry for exit of your life without warning. I have to do things. Oh, that's okay, Arthur. I'm glad you could come along at all. And so what was I saying? I was getting at they had some of these relatives, or my cousins. They had some kids, like some elementary school kids, and they're way into video games. As you'd expect, they're into Minecraft and Fortnite, which I finally tried Minecraft. They had a copy of it because I wasn't sure if I wanted to, spend the money because it just didn't seem like my sort of thing. So we started a new game. I played for half an hour, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's not my thing. I still enjoy playing in Steve and Smash, though. I think it was an inspired choice. But I also showed them some older games, particularly on 3DS, because they all had Switches and like PlayStations, but they didn't have older stuff. And one cousin's kid has been really interested in the idea of collecting some of the older systems and games. He's a big Zelda and Pokemon fan, so he wants to experience the stuff before that. So he's saving up for a 3DS, and I showed him Ocarina of Time 3D and WarioWare Gold. And he definitely enjoyed his time with Ocarina. They all enjoyed WarioWare. The thing they did the most was the studio mode, where you record your own voices over the cutscenes. So by the end of the weekend, like almost every cutscene studio mode had just like kids going, "You are a dumb, stupid idiot. You are poo-poo. You are poopy, and you are a dumb, stupid face." And it was just like, it's like a half hour of that if you watch all of that. And they were just, I could just hear them in the next room like all weekend, just like laughing hysterically. It was pretty funny. So what we're doing here today, let me open up my Netflix studio here. So we are, we're not doing Wario today. We're working on Spacious. For those, probably a lot of you don't know what this is. This is kind of like a fully original creation of mine that I have toyed with since 2001 when I was starting high school. I'm old. And it's had some forms. There was like a kind of rough animation, simple one-off done back in like 2008 with completely different designs and characterization. Then I kept reworking it and did a test short a few years, early 2018 that you can see on my YouTube and Newgrounds. I searched Spacious Self-Demotion. I recast everyone, I redesigned everyone, I kind of started to solidify things, and now the first episode, full episode, was last year fully written and recorded. In terms of voice, I still need to collect some sounds and music for it, but I would have done more work on it, but honestly 2020 was what it was, because we had the pandemic, the death of my grandmother who I made the videos of, and I lost a long-time job, so I kind of had to devote the rest of that year and early this year to kind of restabilizing things, and thankfully that's been working out. It's been getting better, and I've also most of my animation efforts have been either reanimated shots for Wario, or like the Orbeon one, the Jimmy one you saw earlier, or and a little bit of like character redesigns and scripts for the newest WarioWare Toon. But also I've been doing my first commissioned animation. It's gonna be a little fan thing based on an existing game for one guy, and I will say it's almost done. I would have streamed it, but they asked to keep it secret until we put it online, so I want to respect that wish. So we have 4 characters here in Spacious, and one thing we're going to be doing today is, some of these are more complete than others, but these are the character turnarounds that I'm doing with the Rigs and Toon Boom, where they'll be able to have 3 different views. I guess initially 3 different views. We'll do some from behind as well, but you have, get all some too. Yeah, let's use the robot as an example. We have a front view, facing the camera, that sort of stuff. We have a 3/4 view, which is kind of the standard cartoon character profile, I feel, in 2D. So you'll be seeing that the most. And side, and they're turned, 90 degrees to the left or right. And the way I use Toon Boom Harmony, you can kind of set it up so you can mix and match different views of this. So, like, I'll be able to have the 3/4 view and turn the character's heads to the front or to the side and that sort of stuff. And kind of seamlessly switch between them, and like the individual rigging for each set it's kind of like 3 rigs in one, which is very useful. And so I'm not done drawing. You can see here drawing the face for this guy, Jed, but it's a good enough reference. So what we're going to be working on is, I also have this image pulled up on my laptop near me. So we're going to be working on some poses that I want to do for like promo art, stills and stuff that you want to share online, like to use, like I want to make like a Twitter account for it, and maybe a Facebook page or something. Let's see how it goes. So I'm just looking at this image and trying to figure out the best way to fit it all together, because I also want us to be able to see the chat. I have the chat on my laptop as well. So let me just take a quick drink. I drink, I mean soda. I'm not an alcoholic. And let's see, we got our rough layer here. So I think we're going to start with this character, Leslie, the older. The idea is that it's kind of a sci-fi adventure comedy. You have these two human sisters. She's actually much smaller than the older one. I blew up her and the robot a little too much. This alien guy with a parasite growing out of his head, or stuck to his head, it didn't come out, it just clamped onto it. And this robot who's kind of like, imagine Rosie from Jetsons, you know, kind of a cleaner, a cook, but a little. Rosie was kind of like sarcastic, and this guy's pretty sweet. So we're gonna start with Leslie, the older sister, who's a mechanic and kind of like the straight man of the group. They all are capable of humor and emotional moments, but she's kind of, I'd say more than anybody else, she's the glue that holds it together. Because Jed, the main guy, is a bit more. Also, let me know how the audio sound is. I have this playlist from No Copyright Sounds with different copyright-free tracks playing off of YouTube in the background, along with my my soothing voice. And I want to make sure you can hear me okay. When I tested it earlier, it seemed okay. And so we have Jed, who is, I guess describe him. He's a freelancer, like kind of temp worker. He has a longer lifespan, so he's physically like Leslie's like early mid-20s age, but he's also like in human years he's probably like 50, and he's kind of just like, what's the word, meandered around the galaxy, but he's seen a lot of things, a bunch of different temp jobs, so he does have knowledge of various things, but he's not the most responsible guy, so he's not the one, like I said, holding the glue together. The little sister certainly isn't, because she's like 10, but she's, good-hearted, so that's sort of that. And the robot is also good-hearted and capable of what he does, but he's very timid. He's easily, like, I don't know if I'd say cowardly, but he's easily panicked in a bad situation, so we're going to start out with Leslie here. Let me see. Let me remind myself of how many. So I like to use the rule of character heads, because the average human body is, I think, anywhere from 6 to 8 heads tall. Like if you stacked their head on top of each other several times, that's their height. And I want to say Leslie is about. I stylize things where I give characters bigger heads than they would have in real life to kind of increase the stylization and character appeal. And I believe Leslie is 4 heads tall. Pull a picture on mine. Yep, 4 heads, so keep that in mind. Let's work. So I think our first one should be like, I'm trying to think of like a good. So we have this like default pose, and then what would be another good motion? I need to sit and think about this for a second. Maybe like hard at work, like she has this thing. I kind of took the ideas from. The name is from Mass Effect, but it's a little. If anybody's played Mass Effect, you have the Omni tool, which is like the holographic thing on Shepard's wrist, that can like perform all sorts of different functions and visuals. And in this, it's literally a multifaceted tool that like materializes different shapes, like wrenches and screwdrivers and stuff. So it's kind of like a little toolbox in one device, because future sci-fi and all that. So let's have her kind of hard at work. We'll have her like. If we're working on some crazy machine. Oh, yeah, let's zoom in. Yeah, I can zoom in more. I don't need to have it so high up on the full body visible, because I have it visible on my other monitor. Kind of have her. Let me make that a little bigger. And stabilization, a little less, about a third. We're gonna have it a little less. We're gonna have her head like tilted more downward. So. I've been so busy with other projects, I haven't really drawn the Spacious crew and new poses in a while, so I think it might be a little rusty, but that's okay. It's all part of the process. So just clean up the roughs a little bit. She's got a skinnier head than I originally drew. do the eye line. She's got not a huge mouth compared to the others. I'll do the tongue sticking out to show effort. Make it a little smoother. Nice raptor emoji, Arthur. Or dinosaur, I don't know. I jumped to conclusions, it may not be a raptor. Okay, so let me do the line for the eyes to show that to indicate it's going to be tilted more downward. There we go. So we're going to move the, her nose is usually higher up, we'll move it down to indicate that it's further down. Or that's angled downward. I think it's Komodo dragon. Oh, you know what? You're right. That might be a real lizard. It's just showing up so tiny on my end that I just assumed it was a dinosaur. It's just me having dinosaurs on the brain. Alright, so her eyes are more circular than oval, I'd say, except when you have... I'm gonna make it a little... Just a few tries. Giving no time to breathe. This is our identity. Alright, eyelashers. I almost said eyelashers. My listeners used to have a thing where she would tell made-up stories about a squirrel named Bobo, and the most famous one was, this story was just this, where, here's the whole story. One time, Bobo was swimming in a pool, and suddenly he went, "Oh dear, I'm a girl with my eyelashes on top." The end. I tried telling her later, like, man, if you added one more syllable, you would have predicted, you'd have come up with Bobo, the random stories before it ever happened. There are squirrels in Bobo. There's a couple of them living in his afro. Alright, let's say we have it now. Let's sketch out the body a little bit. I should probably have her leaned over a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I was doing too much of a lean, but all things in moderation. In portions, right? She does have somewhat kind of the hourglass figure going on if you look at her like torso area. It's a very classic female, like average female figure. But I mean in cartoons, and I think people associate the hourglass figure with more with like models and stuff. Yeah. People come in all shapes and sizes. So let me figure out about the arms a bit. I might do some experimenting here. Another thing about Leslie, she always wears these gloves. How to have her like holding something down with these fingers. Four fingers. Classic cartoon character setup. Does anybody remember that Simpsons joke where Lisa brings in a magazine like, Bart, look, this is what they think human evolution is going to be like in the future. And Bart's like, whoa, 5 fingers.
Hold
Got a very short sleeve shirt going on, so I guess it is some type of fashion, but she has a t-shirt with a little tank one over it. Because the t-shirt's not felt basic, and the tank top on its own felt like, I don't know, I kind of associate it with that more like sexualized sense. It's not really stuff I'm going for with Leslie here. She's like you said, she's like conventionally pretty, but I don't know. I'm not a guy who writes stuff for fan service. Alright, so we got. Well, she has the top ends here, and then the shirt drapes around a little further. I could probably exaggerate that more. That's something I keep hearing recommended. Always try and push the pose more. Let's see. Four fingers. Four fingers is also easier to draw, yeah. Because for anybody who's watching who doesn't draw or regularly or that sort of stuff, fingers and hands are so brutal to learn. I still have so much to learn about them. It's because you have so many different moving parts that could be individually angled, moved around, bent, and all of those from different angles, and getting the shape right for each one, the length right for each one. It's tricky. I don't think I'm gonna do a stream where I'm just drawing hands, but I'm definitely doing sessions where I'll be doing that. I actually was one of the little jokes I loved in Soul, where for anybody who saw that, when he's trying to get 22 to look to appreciate like a skill, she tries like doing a portrait painting of him, and her main takeaway is just hands are hard. Let me see what the leg length. She also has. Like, no, I'm gonna have her. You shouldn't have like the exact same angle or like amount of bending for each leg. Again, you want to make it more dynamic. She's got like straighter legs than the curvy ones, so. Make that upper part longer. She's got these snazzy boots. A little longer than that. Good basis. Oh, let's just get okay, let's do the object that she's leaning on while she's working on. It's like like some sort of boxy, broken down contraption. There's little meters that are a bit diverse. The vents. That's a cartoon contraption. Maybe some gears. Oh, we got dueling Arthur Alexos. I'm sorry, Arthur, if I'm saying your name wrong. Your last name, Alexo. Always, when we have, I want to pay my proper thank yous to people who returned to the each of these streams, and you've been here a couple times. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for continuing to view these streams. I'm glad you're enjoying them, and it helps to do the viewership because we're working on hitting, I believe it's affiliate status on Twitch that comes. Because we've already hit 50 followers there. I need to be more consistent with the amount of streams I'm doing and the average amount of viewers we're getting, which is, if I'm consistent with it on Sundays and Wednesdays, then it will gradually be going up. A little smoke coming out of there. And then we have like a little box part that she's working on. And Zoe is a pronounce that it's from here, so I don't know how to teach you to pronounce it. Well, okay, but where are you from, by the way? I feel like I might have asked you that before, but it has been a little while. But I always need to find out, you know, where from the world each of yours comes. So we're gonna finish up the roughs on Leslie's face here. Got pretty big ears. Brazil, awesome. I actually, alright, so I need to shrink the bottom of the chin area a little bit. Because we're viewing it from kind of more above. She's tilting it downward a bit. There we go. Put lines. Arthur, I was going to ask, do you have, I can't remember if they're native to, because I know they're South American, but I can't remember which countries. Me and my family's bird is a South American parrot. The Quaker parrot, the monk parakeet, they're these little birds that are usually like green or they're sometimes blue, yellow, but apparently they're like all over the place in certain countries. They're like pigeons for us over here, like common wild birds. Do you ever see any of them? Actually, let me look up what their Spanish name is. Their Spanish name. El Quaquero. El Quaquero? Oh no, that's just for Quaker. Let me see. I think I don't. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, they originate from Argentina and surrounding countries in South America. So let me see. Brazil. In recent years, they've grown in Brazil, but they might not be everywhere there compared to Argentina and the like. So, yeah, they're funny birds. They're pretty and they're cute, but they're very loud. Alright, so we're gonna make her, she has these goggles, like a band. We're gonna make that a little more pronounced than usual, and instead of the goggles sticking up like this from an angle, we're gonna have them more the top view. We're gonna jot out the hair a little bit too. We're looking at her. This is gonna take some practice, but yeah, we're looking at her head from a higher view compared to the rest of the body and compared to usual. Yeah, we might have to work on that a little bit. That's okay. Then the ponytail, which I'm realizing was very, what's longer than that. Originally she had her hair like fully down like her sister, but I wanted to differentiate her design more, and also it was kind of like she's working around like messy devices and like spills and electricity. It makes more sense to have your hair bunched up, like bunched or tied up. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think I gave her like a more childish appearance with the eyes and stuff. Maybe I should redesign her eyes a little bit. I'll think about it. But we have that, and now let's work on one for Jed. Jed is our main guy right here, and he's a pretty lax guy. So we're gonna let's try and draw him like relaxing. Second. Just pulling him up on my other monitor. Oh, how to pronounce? It's like should. Not show, but sh. So Arthur a la show. Hopefully I got it closer that time. But thanks for coming up with pronunciation. Oh, I got it right. Great. Thank you, Arthur. Alright, so let's see. For Jed, he should be... Oh, let's have him like lying on a couch, kind of. I have a funny idea, so... He's more like... Let me do a quick head measurement on my other screen. He's more like 4.5, because he's pretty skinny and lanky. And he's kind of got this fun skull shape with this little bit of like this wedge for the bottom part. Yeah, I tried to give everybody different head shapes. The closest, again, are the sisters. I want to show, you know, some indications that they're the same kin. I'm gonna move over a little this side from Leslie. So let me think. He's gonna be kind of like splayed out. Okay, we'll work with that. He's got a longer, spindlier neck. 3 horns never play with long necks. Let me see. It's just for me, or are people on Sunday and more offline than other days? Maybe I should go and check the activity for the previous streams and maybe reconsider doing it on Sunday. Maybe I should be better on Friday or Saturday. I still might have to, even if I permanently change just one of the other weekend days, I might need to shuffle that every now and then because I have a lead on a new part-time job at a store near me. And they said they would mainly want me on Saturdays and Sundays if it happens, but that they're probably going to wait until August or September to contact me about hiring. So he's kind of like got a bunny bean torso, and he's actually very skinny, but he's got a puppy side. I'm gonna pull over to his character. He's got a puppy-looking stomach area because of his hoodie. We can tell from his limbs and legs. He's a beanpole. But yeah, I'll be meaning to do a channel update video. Right now, my main focus, I want to do something for the streams, and I've been meaning to do Spacious stuff. But I've been focused on that commissioned animation. That's almost done, so I can probably whip together a channel update on the side. Oh wait, is it saving? Hang on, I got the loading icon. Let me just save while I'm at it. Okay, so then he's pretty spindly, longer. I think they look longer than they really are because of how skinny they are. So we'll have him on the couch. And a little lower than that. I'm gonna cop to something. So I have this no copyright sound playing on the stream, but I have my headphones plugged into my other laptop to play Spotify. If I play the stuff I play there, I get copyright from the instant. I'm listening to some rock set right now. They were a I think Danish pop duo who were big in the 80s and 90s, and I believe. Well, no, I don't believe. I know that their main singer died either last year or the year before. And that was a shame. And my favorite thing there's... Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah. my favorite thing they did was they did the credit song for the original Super Mario Brothers movie, which is the movie's my guilty pleasure. The soundtrack I legit like love a lot of stuff on it, and I think that the song they did. I'm not listening to that one. I'm listening to one called "Listen to Your Heart." I think someone like Cascade did a cover of it later. Really good like love ballad, and the song they did for Mario is also some of their albums. It's called "Almost Unreal." It's so good. It's one of my favorite movie soundtrack songs. It's like it's really beautiful. I guess they did a lot of love ballads, but I think some of the others were more moody. Let me just. Sorry, let me quiet down for a second to focus on this. It is hard for me to draw and talk efficiently at the same time. Okay, yeah, we'll have the legs kind of splayed out like this. Arthur, what kind of music do you like to listen to? I'm seeing that you say you like to listen to music when drawing too. Yeah, it's a long time. Though I have heard there's actually a pretty famous quote that got made into a viral YouTube animation. It was Richard Williams, the Roger Rabbit head of animation, and just like probably one of the most gifted 2D animators you can ever see. Look up his work if you haven't seen it. He knew a lot of OG Disney 2D animators from like the early days with Walt and that sort of stuff, and I think he even had some of them work for him or with him when they left the studio. And he was asking one guy who was like hunched over hard at work, like, "Do you ever like to have headphones plugged in and listen to music while you're listening?" And the guy turned around and like whipped around and went off on him like, "Of all the stupid questions, I never listen to anything while I work." And he said, what was it? He said he became more common for him to Rich Williams to not listen to it, and he said it improved the quality of his work. So I might do some of that, but while I'm streaming, I do like to have some going on because I feel like it's a little more casual. And Arthur's saying you like to listen to game. Yeah, I listen to a lot of game music too. Probably two music like the Amphibia and Steven Universe. I haven't watched much Amphibia. Does it have musical numbers, or does it have like just a really cool? Have they released like the instrumental soundtrack for it? Because they really do that. They do that all the time in Japan. I wish they would do it more with Western cartoons, because sometimes I hear some stuff I really like. And Steven Universe, I have like one arm like that, and another one hand on the chest, or the stomach. And Steven Universe did release most of its vocal tracks, at least on Spotify, and I still need to watch more of it because we did it for the podcast, and I binged like 30, 40 episodes. I kind of looked up, we didn't get to the movie in future, but I looked up like the important episodes. I watched a lot of those and some extra ones and loved it, and there are some really good musical numbers in that. So he's going to be a little more head tilted up. And he's got smaller eyes than the girls, so we're going to take that into account. Oh, tilt it back a little bit, yeah. Yeah, he's got this nice pointing nose. Right now, the song I have on, Arthur, for me is, have you ever seen the movie Klaus, the Netflix cartoon? It's really good. You don't have to watch it doesn't have to be Christmas time for you to watch and enjoy it. It has a really pretty, kind of soulful pop song. I think it's called Invisible. And that's a movie where I like to tell people where I was just like laughing with it because it's such a funny movie for like 90%, and then the last 5 minutes hit you with something, and I just sat there tearing after the whole credits. Like, wow, really beautiful way he went out there. Okay, so Jed's got alien ears, so I'm gonna draw those a little bit. They're kind of like antler shaped, but they have like little. I did the thing, like the Star Trek thing of adding little spots to make them look more organic. 3 on top, two on bottom. Jed's got more clumpy hair, I'd say, than the girls. Theirs is meant to be more stringy and like, you know, the female like luscious locks, that sort of stuff. And Jed is like out there. I think that's a little bit of me and him, like I'm not as attached to how my hair looks. Or not as focused, I'm just saying attached. We're seeing less characters more from an angle. I feel like Jed's personality, like, because a lot of the characters I can say their influences in terms of like characters and stuff, both their personality and design. I feel like Jed is a very much stems from my early days, my days as a big fanboy of early Adult Swim, for those who watch that in the US on Cartoon Network. I don't know if they have it in Brazil, Arthur, but Cartoon Network's popular. They're the makers of Steven Universe and Adventure Time and a lot of stuff like that, but they also have an adult block of like original cartoons they make that are often lower budget, but definitely more like raunchy or mature and that sort of stuff. They show anime too. And two shows they showed that weren't created for Adult Swim, but they showed in the early days. One was Cowboy Bebop, which is still my favorite anime TV series ever. And I feel like you can definitely see some Spike Spiegel in Jed's design and color scheme if you look there, especially the dark blue and the shorter, darker hair. But I feel like his personality is closer to one of my favorite underrated shows, Mission Hill. Only one season was made. It was from some of the main guys behind like classic Golden Age Simpsons, and I think it's just a brilliant, brilliant show that I hold very dear to my heart. And the main character, Andy French, is kind of a it was made in 2000, so he's, I guess, like a Gen Xer, perspective cartoonist, but kind of easygoing about life and juvenile in some ways, but also caring when it counts. And so I'd say like Spike was a big visual influence for Jed, but Andy was the biggest personality inspiration. Question Zed, hi. Did Mission Hill get a revival? No, they last I heard, they creators of it want to. They are pitching a sort of revival / spin-off. It wouldn't just be the main characters from before in the modern day. Because one thing that Mission Hill did, which was very progressive for 2000s TV, was some of the main side characters were an elderly gay couple, and there were still jokes made about them being gay, but it was very, if you go back and watch it, it's a lot more respectful than a lot of gay portrayals from back in the day. And so they're trying to pitch it as about those two gay men living in the city, still in like the early 2000s, and like the baggage that comes with that, I guess. And I'm like, that's not the main character from Mission Hill, but if you had the same both humor amount of, because Mission Hill, like classic Simpsons, had a great amount of both humor and heart, and that's very important to me. That's something I'm trying to do with Spacious as well as like making it more gradually dark and like expansive adventure plot over time. You got to ease into that, especially I'm still learning so much stuff with the animation. I kind of want it to grow with my skills, like I assume it will. And let me see. Oh yeah, we do have two persons in the chat. Two people in the chat now, Orson and Arthur. I know on Twitch there's people watching, but I don't know if there are bots. I guess there could be bots, but I will say that my brother often will lurk. He's commented a couple times, but we've definitely had bots, because I had some late last year who were doing like spam links to stuff. But you know, it is what it is. If I'm able to get the Twitch to grow more, and you know, be able to monetize it, then I'll probably look into cracking down on bots. So some are probably bots, but some are probably lurk. There's at least one lurker. Sorry, to sip. Oh, that's pretty good, Jed pose. So again, save what we have. Let's do the robot next, then the kid. So we have Roscoe here, Roscoe the robot. And he was the first one I ever designed. It was just a fun sketch from tripping over a bug in high school. I want to say even when I first drew him, I had these wheel legs. Because the idea is he's very old. Nature plays a lot of his parts. And Arthur saying hello to Streamlabs. Yeah, Streamlabs is my streaming software is Streamlabs OBS, so you might see it in some ways. I don't know if we got any alerts or anything. I'll pay more attention to alerts in future streams when there are more, if there are more viewers. But I know I have it set up for like stuff like Monokuma will laugh and show up and dance on screen if I get a new follower and stuff like that. So Roscoe is going to make live. They use OBS Studio. Yeah, Streamlabs is a kind of offshoot of OBS. I can't remember what made me pick it over OBS, but they both have a lot of support, thankfully. Alright, let me pull up a picture on my other. So Roscoe should be. Oh, I know, he could be like fretting, like posing, like he's kind of in thought and nervous about something. So he's got this very cylindrical head. I'm toying with something for Roscoe where, not even toying with, I guess I've already tested it out. So I always draw different mouth shapes for in Toon Boom when I'm animating these characters, and you know they have the full like O shape, T shape, open mouth shape. I think for Roscoe it's just gonna be one open mouth and one frown open mouth, and then one closed mouth and closed mouth frown, because you know he's a robot. He's not really using teeth and lips like a human would. Just a little bit of like subtle character and world building. Maybe I'll have like a line of dialogue where he points that out in case there are people being like, why are you skimping on the Roscoe animation, on the Roscoe lip sync? I'm like, well, I would have given him the normal mouth stuff, but hopefully I'm not boring everybody with so much talk about this, but you are going to be seeing a lot more of these characters alongside Wario, and I'll be doing more reviews. QM Meow 3, hi. Thanks for enjoying the stream. Oh, maybe I should be on the head, the eye shape, right? He has these rectangles instead of circles, so this show is like his mechanical digital nature. I don't know where I got the bug teeth idea from. Maybe back then it was right from SpongeBob. I think nowadays it's closer, his design and personality are closer to something like Olaf with the teeth. Let's see, I'm going to switch up songs on my computer. Hugh, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. The chat. I also think that with Roscoe's design, if anybody knows who Doug Tenapple is, he's the designer. I think the thing I know him for is the character designs for Earthworm Jim. He's a talented artist. I also like this comic he did called Creature Tech, but he has drawn some Commander Fire. I think he has some homophobic views, which is a bit of a shame. Actually, no, it's not a bit of a shame. That is a real shame. But talented artist. So I feel like there's that sort of, like there's a little bit of Jim and his like robot characters in Roscoe's design. They actually named the head parasite Jim as an Earthworm Jim reference because originally he was more tentacle shaped, like Day of the Tentacle with eyes for suckers. But I kind of thought, like, aside from like tentacle anime jokes, he looks a little phallic, so I made him like a round blob. We're also like an angler, kind of like an anglerfish. He has this one light dangling out of the front of his head. Let's squish this head a little bit because I think we do want it slanted, but we want it closer to the proportions of the. Yeah, that's very good. Let's see what we have. Saving. There we go. My tapping get pretty slow when I'm running this and music and streaming at the same time, so there you go. That's the other thing, his head should, Obama's head should be shorter.
Now which way do we go is the question to ask. There are so many choices that it's hard not to look past. What is real and what is fake and the risk.
That's a bit better. Alright, so now we can clear up the teeth area a little bit too. Again, this is just the rough, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But I want it to be clear. This kind of muzzle lip is thing should be a little more stated too. Okay, so let's. Oh, that's a good one. Alright, so he has this long cylinder for a neck. Make it longer. Okay, that's pretty good. So now let's draw. He has this kind of boxy shape for his torso. He usually has a torso and then like not really a lower half. He's a very boxy, he's a very basic shape kind of design. He's got claw hands. Again, he's not very advanced technology, but he's got the heart. He's got it where it counts. And he's got rubber hose arms. I should have made that more obvious. They're just these like little strips, kind of. So he can be more flexible and cartoony. This is the music from YouTube Kids in 3 AM. Oh, let me switch my headphones. I'm gonna listen to some of this no copyright sound. I don't know why I remember it. Oh, it's cool that you do, though. Okay, yeah, I can see this being played during some kids' videos. This is called Fade by Alan Walker. Anyway, let's match these arms. I saw there's this video I love. I think it's called I Feel Dizzy, where this kid had like anesthesia. He had like a broken arm, so he was like getting anesthetic for it, and he's still coming off the drugs, and he's so loopy and high, and it's so funny. And at one point he just goes, "Hey, what's this big orange thing on my arm, man? It feels heavy, you know?" And then like he turns to his dad and he's like, "Hey dad, what's up? What's up, man? It went good. Feels good, you know? I feel dizzy." It's so funny. Okay, we'll come back to those claws. My version, that one's supposed to do this. They're actually big. They should have a little bit of a tilt here, like. There we go. Yeah, I do like this music. This track. It's a good one. I just have him tilted a little bit on the wheel axles. farther out. I'll work more on that. Actually, that should be farther out too. Almost a little feet in this rough version. Again, it's been a while since I drew these guys. I was so busy with Wario and other projects. But hopefully you guys will be open to seeing more of these, because it's not related to Wario or anything original. I definitely want to keep doing Wario stuff, but this like Spacious is like my passion project. It's something I've been wanting to make at this point for the majority of my life, and I have so many good ideas for the world, the characters, the adventures, the emotions, and I don't know. I feel I can make this into something special. So hopefully you guys will enjoy being along for the ride over time. Last thing to remember for Roscoe is his faithful apron. He loves to cook. Let's save again. So yeah, I think in the final image I want to rework the wheel, the leg length and positioning, but that's okay.
Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes.
Alright, let's do the little sister. So Kiki here is kind of, I think she and Roscoe are like kind of like making up the heart of the crew. She's definitely the most upbeat and good-hearted person, but she's also kind of has the naivety and rashness of being a child. So sometimes she will not make the best decisions, and sometimes she'll be selfish or disagreeable. Like, why are we doing that? That's how it was when I was staying with these kids over the 4th. Like, I was told them, okay, it's his turn for 3DS. One would like be crying like, but it's mostly my turn. I'm just like, at one point I'd take away for a little bit, like, guys, you need a break from this thing. Let me think. I should just freeform and see what happens. Oh, I got a funny idea. Zoom in. Actually, let me move it away from Roscoe, because her head and hair are going to take up that top part. Tilted. I feel like I always make the eyes bigger than they should be when I'm redrawing the characters. So she has her bigger eye, or eye that's like facing us more. The front is more egg-shaped than perfect, so it's like tapering at the top, but rounder at the bottom. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's have someone that looks to the sister. Okay, now hers are still rounder. Yeah. They all have different noses. They try to make that different thing. Hers is like Jed's. You can see it kind of jutting out from in front of the eye, but it's also like smoother and less pointy. That's the thing I've seen people point out about child designs is you want to go for rounder and softer, because typically, I think that applies to real life too, as a child grows up, their face gets a little more pointed. It's definitely with babies. Babies are just like Michelin men. They look like they're made of marshmallows. Let's see if I saw in mine. So she is about 3.5 heads tall. So let me add the hair real quick. Oh, and just start with the ears. The sisters both have big ears. They just do. I think I kind of take that from when my brother was a kid. He had big ears, but he grew into them. I should just do a session, like not even a stream, where I just sit down and speed draw all 4 of these guys for a while, so I really memorize in my head and hands, like the shapes and proportions, that sort of stuff. And the eye shape, definitely need to work on re-memorizing the eye shape. I've been away from these 4 for so long, but I really, this whole, I guess I'm the only one in the world of this series means a lot too, because it's not really a thing yet, but I hope I can change that over time, because I feel like I can do something really special with them. Oh, it should be longer than that. Not that long. Get rid of the extra head shape here. And I didn't ask because I think we still have people in the chat. How's everybody's weekend been? I haven't been playing many games. I've been working on that animation. I commissioned the animation, but I went and saw Black Widow yesterday. That was a lot of fun. My first movie in theaters since the pandemic, so that was. I think for a lot of people that might have been Fast Furious 9, but I don't know if that series is for me. I might give it another try someday. I only saw Fast 5, it wasn't my thing. I don't know among like Fast and Furious fans where that commonly like is ranked. But I remember thinking like, this is a heist movie. This isn't, the cars here up until like the end aren't as big a factor as I've been led to believe. So I'm gonna do the head. So with that, do a rough approximation, not accumulation of. She's about 3 heads tall, so. That's too big. That's closer, and then I want to exaggerate it more. She's like peering out to the distance. Pirouetting, kinda. Is that a term? gonna switch songs in on my end. Okay. I'm trying to think about the best way to have be like higher up. That's pretty good. I do need to shorten the torso shirt area again. And we'll do a ruff for her like neckerchief bandana is a little weirdly shaped, so I'll just do a little approximation of it. Should put the head down a little bit in the neck. You want to prevent the arm from yeah, there we go. She's like peering. Just do that different angle to make sure it's showing. It looks like just like actually make it taller. Oh, hang on, I got a text. Oh, her feet aren't that big either. Right together, she's got itty bitty feet. Alright, so that's pretty good. So, save that. Let's cycle back to Leslie, the older sister. Save first. I'm still watching clips of Corone, the VTuber, and I keep going back to her when she played Mario 1 and she was speaking English the whole time, and so like she was playing on on the Nintendo Switch NES app, and so like every 3 seconds she was like, load, oh okay, save, and it was, I don't know, it just became funny. She's one of those YouTube personalities that I think is just naturally funny, even with like the language barrier. I was watching one where she was playing Tetris 99, and every time she lost, she was putting a clothespin on like her mouth or her face, so she sounded, by the end, it's Japanese, but she sounded like this. She's looking all kind of shiny. That's me like clamping my cheeks and stuff like that, and I was like, where do you come up with that? Where did you even come up with that? Alright, so for Leslie again, let's do a more let's do a more happy pose. I think she deserves a little happiness now and then. Don't we all? Alright, I'm just improving the view on my laptop. There we go. Oh, you know, I'm switching my songs. Okay. Oh no, it's not crooning again. Look up the "Oh I'm Die, Thank You Forever" video where she's like, somebody else is speaking perfect English, and it's like, I'm going to speak in simple English, and Crooning is like, okay, simple English, okay. And so like, we're going to defuse the bomb, stop the bomb, okay, stop the bomb, okay. So good. And then just smash cuts to her failing to. It's like a co-op bomb defusal game. And Crone's famous last words, oh, I'm Die, thank you forever. Gotta go, we'll see the final results when I'm back. Okay, Arthur, thanks so much for joining. You have a great day. Bye. need to realign that. Zoom in a bit.
Let me in or let me go. Honestly, try honesty. Just tell me what I want to hear, 'cause it could save us. Let me fly, I've got my hopes.
I have to look at the nose. The nose is exactly right here. I can just do the roughs again. Alright, so let's erase this connective part. Draw the mouth, and I'll probably be moving this lower part up a bit.
I just can't let this go. Every last chance I had is gone, but I just can't let you know.
I need to move the mouth down a bit too. And she and Kiki have a thing where we kind of define the cheeks a bit there, go right back up to the eye. It's so easy to feel like one eye is a little off and they're just staring all blankly. That's good shape. Let's move it a little step right. That comes with Panda quote, like, my statue, I envision it a little to the left. Every time he starts monologue, he's like, a little more to the left. She has shorter lashes. Alright, so the head's tilted a little bit, so let's do the line of action again. Let's see. Let me see how. Alright, so we'll have a little more. Like, kind of like this sort of curve to the torso. Something like that, and then. Whatever, like, you know, grabbing onto back to arm with one hand and the other's just like, whatever. It's a cute little pose. We'll work on that. I'm looking at her design. I did make the eyes too big again. Let me resize a bit. Let me see something.
I was not ready to falling like I'm wasted. My heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing and keep your words naked. You got me blushing.
I need to practice the ponytail shape. Especially a little curl at the end there. That one there. Save. Oh, I got a good idea for Jed. This might be a little tricky to pull off. I'm gonna look up some photo reference on my other computer. I'm looking it up because I grew up with it as sitting Indian style. Now people are recommending crisscross applesauce. Crisscross. I'll look at crisscross. Let's see. Crisscross applesauce. Yep, it is crisscross applesauce. And let me see. If you add spoons in the bowl, that means placing your hand in your lap. Okay, I'm gonna go with crisscross. So you're just gonna be sitting crisscross, and he'll be like kind of gesturing with his arms and neck, kind of like he's arguing a point to something. Let me pull his design back up. Jed pulled up along with crisscross. Put this down, but
Hindsight is fleeting, oh, and your heart's bleeding, and all you can see is red. Till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then, or what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own.
Jed's legs and get a better look at. Alright, and move these legs up, or the lower area. Zoom in. Sorry, switching tracks again. Oh, what'd I do? Oh, drag the whole layer. There we go. I just saved. Down a bit. So there's face on a reference, and let's think about this a bit. No, not track layer. Switch to pencil. Alright, his eyes are more spaced out. Spaced apart, I say. These big blocks. No, one more text. Alright, that's a good quick pose for Jet. Oh, let me do the hoodie behind him. That's a good gesture. Oh, and the... I need to make the hair tall. Yeah, I need to put the hair higher up. Got his eyebrows. Philip, hi! Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Hope you've had a good weekend. draw Jim the Parasite one at it. Need to move him further down.
Now which way do we go is the question to ask. There are so many choices that it's hard not to look past. What is real and what is fake, and the risk we have to take. Will we know what is throwing up our balance? We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp.
Alright, so let's see. We got 2 for Leslie with their very different face shapes. 2 for Jed, more consistent. 1 for Roscoe and 1 for Kiki. Pretty good, just save. I think we can go for another half hour or so. See how long? I think it's about an hour. Oh, an hour 20 minutes. So let's try to do a 2-hour stream. I keep saying I want to go for 3 or 4 hours, but it's pretty exhausting. I could try it though. I owe it to you guys. Let me think another good Roscoe pose. Let me. Let's think. So got worried Roscoe. How about a more happier Roscoe? Or talking, conversing Roscoe. Again, gesturing with his. Top in a little bit. Move the mouth down a little more. I had to work on moving this part again a bit more. It looks too beef-like when it's jetted out. Good idea for his claw fingers. They should be kind of flexible so he can emote with them more. get like, well, what do you think about this? Zoom in. Hello, Obsid. Opsid. How, Seed? Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Welcome to the stream. There we go. So it looks like he's more pointing now. That's cute. I should be doing that. I can draw different shapes for the claws and not just have them rotate around. Oh, you're Turkish. Awesome. Greetings from the U.S. Thank you so much for participating in the stream today. How are you doing?
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons.
Where am I from? I'm from the United States, North America.
I know my limits. You can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish.
If you've heard of Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, I live very near it, though in a different town.
Just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again.
Yeah, I apologize. I don't know Turkish. I'm not knowledgeable, and I'm not fluent in other languages, unfortunately. But but I'm happy that you're joined us today. How are you doing? Where are you from? No, I told you. I'm from America. Let's see. United States. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely need to get used to drawing the faces of the Spacious crew again, because this looks a lot longer than the default shape. Yes, America. Yep. USA.
I know I'm not always strong, and I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, been finding ways to get away, to see you.
Do you love Turkey? I don't know a lot about it, but I'm open to any country. Yeah. Maybe I'll visit there someday. I need to do more traveling. The only countries I've been to other than the U.S., I believe I briefly went to Jamaica during a family cruise a few years ago, and I went to Ireland with my family, and we've been to Canada as well, because we could drive there. But I think that's it. I would love to visit South America, Japan, Africa, France. Paris is a big one. My parents have been there and enjoyed it. How'd you find this stream, Sid? Are you a subscriber? Let me see. Okay, we can put a pause on that. Let's save. Put a pause on that drawing, do a Kiki one. Let's switch songs on my Spotify while I'm at it. You won't hear on this, but I'm using non-copyright music on the stream. Let's see. Okay. Let's think about. Oh, I think I might know. Let me think about the overall pose for it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we don't have many people watching now, so I don't know. But there could be another Turkish viewer in there. Who knows? Alright, let's get back to drawing Kiki. So, I think it's gonna be like a more, kind of a sadder. Like she's a kid and she's more emotional and definitely had experience with this. Taking care of some relatives' kids over the 4th of July break. We'll have like kind of tearing up. Do not understand what you're saying. I'm sorry. Again, I don't know Turkish myself. But I want to thank you again for joining the stream and participating in the chat. I think it's really neat that when we have international viewers like that, and hopefully you're enjoying the drawing at least. Obsid. Drawing these, you can see these character drawings I've done here for some original characters I'm doing an animation of. That's been fun to do. Getting back to that. Just tilting your head a little bit here. We're drawing the hair kind of like folding and bending in different ways. I don't think we're gonna have people in here being against Turkey. Alright, let me. Let's do the head measurements. Move this a little bit. Make this bigger. Oh no. That bigger and then move, confirming. Save. Don't like it, ignore your 7 dynasties if you don't. Let me know a second. Trying to do a translation. Alright, I just don't think we have any other Turkish speakers in the chat, so I don't think you can get response to that. And like I said, I only know English, so sorry. Bye. Okay, bye, Upsid. Basic shape for the bandana. Kiki's shirt is kind of interesting. It's a lot. I think it's a bit longer than some of the others. Certainly, like her sisters. It kind of has the bottom of the field kind of has properties similar to that of a dress, and then it's also, I think, yeah, she's the only one who's sleeveless too. So I kind of have to do this little gap here to this little loop type shape for the arm to show up. So let me think. So she's tearing up the night. What would be good arm positions? Like, not default. Kind of like got fists and she's like, oh, maybe she's like angry sad. She's sad about, but you know, kids get upset about a lot of random stuff. Like not getting the turn on 3DS. That was the case with my cousin 2 days ago. Okay, yeah, this is like she's about to like really burst out with the soft and stuff like that. You know, it gets her. Alright, let's think about the pretty good. We'll work on that later. You know, I think that might be it for a day. I'm going for about an hour 40 minutes. And I want to thank everybody who joined in today. That'll be for sure. I mean, everybody who watched, and of course the chat of Sid, Arthur, UM, of course, and Zed. You'll see me again on Wednesday, and I'll be back to doing streams every Sunday.